So a while ago I did a video ranking every Beatles album opener from worst to best, and now I'm doing one for all the closers, ranking them from worst to best. Except this one I'm doing on camera because it's easier and I'm feeling lazy. What I'll say about the closers is they tend to be maybe not as strong as the openers, is what I've noticed. A lot of the openers tend to be some of my favourite tracks on the album, but that's not really the case with the closers. They often work as the closer, but they're not usually a standout track. But they're still all kind of great in their own way. So at the bottom I've gone with Dizzy Miss Lizzy, the closer of Help. It's not a great ending to a pretty good album. It's already not that strong of a song to choose to do a cover of, and this version isn't really anything special, and I find that the main guitar lick gets a bit annoying with how much it repeats. And it's a bit of whiplash after Yesterday as well, I think. So next up I've gone with Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby Now, the closer of Beatles for Sale. Again, just kind of a standard rock and roll type tune. You know, not a bad version, but it doesn't really stand out. I guess it is an early example of the Beatles doing sonic experimentation because you've got this echo effect on George's voice. But yeah, this isn't really a standout track. Next up is Money, the closer of With the Beatles. This is a great kind of high energy cover. This one I think plays more so to the strengths of the Beatles as a vocal group compared to the last two I spoke about. Next up is Run For Your Life from Rubber Soul. I quite like the song. Some people hate it. I don't mind it. I do think it's one of the weaker tracks on the album. It's not bad really. The instrumentation is pretty good. It's got kind of a folky feel to it, like some other songs on the album. I guess whether you like the song or not depends on whether the lyrics annoy you or not, which they don't really. I don't think they're great, but they don't annoy me. I can kind of enjoy the song for what it is. Okay, next up is Twist and Shout, the closer of the Beatles' debut album, Please Please Me. It's obviously kind of an iconic cover from the early years. It places higher than other early Beatles closers, but I still wouldn't put it amongst the best, but it is great. Next up, and we're at number 7 now, is I'll Be Back, the closer of A Hard Day's Night. This is kind of an interesting one because in the early albums, they tend to end albums with a rock and roll, like high energy type song, but this is more of a slower, more somber track, and it's great, can't really fault it, but you know, it's not one of my favourite songs from the album, but it is pretty good. So next up I've gone with Good Night, the closer of the White Album. I mean, as a closer this works perfectly. It provides some much needed relief after Revolution 9, and I like Revolution 9, but if it had ended with Revolution 9 it might not have worked so well. And with it literally being like a nursery rhyme and being called Good Night, that obviously just makes it work as a closer. And George Martin does a really good job on this track. You could argue the orchestra is a bit corny, I guess, but I think it works for what the song is going for, and also Ringo's voice is perfect for this song. Okay, next at number 5 is Get Back, the closer of Let It Be. So we're kind of going back to the ending an album with a rock and roll song, and yeah, this is a really solid single. I think it's great, but I don't necessarily think of it as like a top tier Beatles song in the same way I do with some of the songs I'm about to talk about. Okay, next at number 4 is All You Need Is Love, the close of Magical Mystery Tour. It feels weird counting this one, but I know if I don't, people will get annoyed because I think this song as a single. I don't think of it as an album track, but you know, as a song, it's pretty iconic. So I kind of had to put it high. Number 3, I've gone with The End from Abbey Road. This one feels weird as well, counting on its own, because it's obviously part of the medley, but it's a very essential part of the medley and a great part of the medley. And also, I realise some people are going to say, actually, Her Majesty is the final track, but I'm not going to count that. I mean, it would just go at the bottom if I did, because it doesn't really count. It's not very so long. I feel like including Her Majesty is like including the weird bit of gibberish at the end of Sgt. Pepper. So at the end, I guess technically it's not the closer, but it is, like, that's what its role on the album is. Her Majesty is just a bonus. It's an Easter egg. And yeah, at the end it really does feel like it's the credits of the film. It's very triumphant with everyone providing solos, including Ringo, and some really nice lyrics, which John Lennon described as cosmic. At number 2, I've gone with Tomorrow Never Knows, the closer of Revolver. I mean, this is just some amazing psychedelic experimental stuff. It's really good. And I recently found out that it was actually the first song on Revolver recorded, which is kind of crazy. You'd think that would have come at the end when they were getting more experimental, but they were already getting experimental from the beginning. I feel like you could argue this song is the Beatles' psychedelic anthem more than like Strawberry Fields or Lucy in the Sky, just because the lyrics are just like, it does feel like it's just describing a trip. So, and it kind of is. I think it's based on a book called The Psychedelic Experience. And yeah, instrumentally it's great with all the tape loops and backwards stuff going on. Yeah, this track's great. But there's no way it could be at number one, because, I mean, surely going into this video you knew what was going to be at number one. It's of course A Day in the Life, the closer of Sgt. Pepper. Could it be anything else? I mean, if push come to shove, if I had to say what the best Beatles song of all time was, I would probably say A Day in the Life. So it's a no-brainer, really. I feel like I don't even really have to justify myself. It's iconic. It's a masterpiece. You've got different sections. You've got little experimental bits like with the orchestra, and as a closer as well, it works really well. So yep, A Day in the Life is my favourite Beatles closer. So that was my ranking. Let me know what you thought of my ranking. Please do a little rant about why I should have included Her Majesty instead of the end. And also, I want to see at least one person get annoyed that I didn't put Yellow Submarine and Pepperland, the closer of Yellow Submarine. I mean, it's not even a Beatles song, but it is technically the closer of a Beatles album. So you could argue I could have included that. But I didn't want to, because I don't think I've ever even heard it. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Give me your ranking if you can be asked. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.